Howdy, folks. What's going on? This is the Outlaw Hatfield back at you one more time. Well, for once, I can say that Matt's bracket was actually pretty good and ended the exact way it should have ended. The Blues Brothers was the only way to vote, and the people spoke. See, your votes actually do count, at least on gun channels. So, how's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? How you doing, Gary?
Doing good. Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, you always have a seat on this panel. And Sarge is here. How you doing, Sarge?
Good. How you doing?
Not bad. Before we go any further, there's something we got to get out in the open right now. Who was the idiot that came up with the idea of a Hulk Hogan movie?
Wasn't me.
You're going to have to enlighten me about this.
I just found out about it tonight. I was over on Matt's chat and they brought it up, and I was like, wait a minute. Chris Hemsworth is playing Hulk Hogan in a Hulk Hogan movie. And I was like, you know, if you're going to make a movie about a professional wrestler in that time frame, in that era, Ric Flair would have been the way to go. I mean, honestly, it would have been a hell of a lot more interesting.
I can. They should probably just do both.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I could see it. I could see it if they took all the good stuff and left out the bad. They could make a pretty good story about Hulk.
I don't know. I was never a Hulk Hogan fan when I was watching wrestling.
I'm not either, but you could make a pretty good story. I bet you.
Yeah, maybe. I will reserve judgment until I've actually seen the movie, but and I will watch it simply because it is what it is. But I still say Ric Flair would have been a much, much better choice if you're going to go that route with a professional wrestler. A movie based on the life of a professional wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I realize and I understand what Hulk Hogan has done especially in that time frame, did for the wrestling business. He took it mainstream. That's a fact. You can't take that away from him. He pretty much single-handedly made Vince McMahon the billionaire he is today. But as far as life and stories behind the man, I don't think anybody in the business can probably compare to what the crap that Ric Flair has went through and the shit that he's done. I mean, but that's just me. And you know how Hollywood is. So Hulk Hogan would probably have been the safer of the two movies to make. So, anyway, Sarge, how you doing, buddy? What's going on with you?
Nothing. I got something cool today.
Oh, what's that?
Something. I was just taking a picture of it a second ago. I was going to try to get it uploaded to Instagram. But I got some of these today.
We're looking, and I'm not seeing. But
you see that?
Mm-mm.
The mini mags.
Mini shells. I thought that I've been wanting to try them. There's the box. I know that. Is that me or somebody else? Winchester. I saw at SHOT Show. They're going to be making some. They did, but I found that was it Aquila. I guess it's I'm going to try them. I loaded up the Shockwave, and it goes from 5 to 8. So now it's.
Does it have like a special adapter to use those?
We're gonna find out.
Good luck with that.
I mean, they rack through it. I guess we're just gonna see if they work.
I just want to go shoot my regular shotgun.
That's what I mean. Well, they're in my little Shockwave. It's nothing more than a short 590, so we'll find out.
You know,
If anybody has any input, let me know before I do this.
I've been having some conversations regarding the shockwave of late. Yeah, I see people buying these things for home defense weapons and this, that, and the other. And personally, I don't think that's a good idea, especially for somebody that knows little to nothing about a gun anyway. I just really don't see that as a viable option for a self-defense weapon.
I would think it wouldn't be where you'd want to start.
No, no. And I think what it is people have got it in their heads that you're not going to miss with a shotgun. You just take it, shoot it from the hip, and you're going to hit what you aim at. Let me tell you, shooting a shotgun across something the size of a hallway in your house or a room, that pattern is not going to get that big, people. It's going to be relatively small. Grant you, it's going to be bigger than a single shot from a pistol. But, you know, you're still going to have to take an aim shot at that distance to hit your target. And to me, it's just give me a shotgun with a butt stock on it, something I can shoulder, aim, and pull the trigger on. I don't want to take that chance, especially when you're dealing with your life. Because if you're shooting this thing from the hip and you do miss, you know, then you're really in trouble. Because then you got a whole new bag of problems to worry about. Never mind the guy with a gun shooting at you. I mean, then you got, it takes a little longer to actually pump a shotgun from the hip than it does from the shoulder. Have you ever tried that, Sarge?
I shot one of the. I've got this Shockwave, and I've never shot it in the stock capacity until we were in Vegas. And I shot it off the hip like that, and it was, you know, you can, I guess you can hit what you're aiming at. You could definitely do it up close for sure, but it's different.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I just, for me personally, it's not something that I see as a viable choice for self. Now, I will say this: for going out in your yard, kicking around, run across a snake, you want to kill it? Yeah, I think it'd be great for that. But as far as a self-defense weapon, no. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've been wrong before. What's your opinion on it, Gary?
Oh, you know, when they first came out, I was interested in what?
I never said anything.
Oh, I'm getting feedback or something. Anyway, I was interested in them at first, but the more I see them on videos, the more I think about it. Like, I've got shotguns. Why do I need a little miniature shotgun? I've got 2 or 3 perfectly good shotguns in my closet, in my safe. I don't need another little play shotgun.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The only shotgun I own right now is that 590A1, and it's plenty good enough for anything I want to do. If I need to shoot it from the hip, I can. And I have that capability of shouldering that gun if I need to. If I need to take a precise aim shot. And
You can do all that with a brace.
Oh yeah, you can do that with a brace. There's not a problem there. The problem that I do see is with that brace, you're going to have, that's going to be a lot of recoil coming back on you, coming in your shoulder like that. You want to know that in the morning, but when it's your life on the line, I guess,
Let me tell you, you shoot that little shockwave. Right. You shoot that shockwave with full power. Some 1-ounce slugs that I've got, you will know it. You will absolutely know it.
Well, I'm sure.
But I got some low recoil stuff. That's actually, it's not bad at all to shoot, and I'm excited about shooting this buckshot. I was going to read a little bit about it while we're here.
Well, let's do a little quick roll call. See who we got sitting out there. We got Gun Living Grandpa 7 Wonders is out there. Black Cat, Angelina. Angelina, you got a link on gun channels. Mad Sexy's on there. Ozzy. Anybody else pop in that I don't see?
Some guy by the name of Midnight Range TM is out there.
Yeah, Scott's out there.
I don't know him.
Sam's out there. We have a Midnight. Yeah, C4 Defense. Sarge, you're everywhere. Obnoxious is out there. So, yeah, Boob Sweat. Hey, Boob. How you doing, buddy? Anyway, guys, I really have nothing to talk about tonight, so this could go anywhere. I was hoping Clover would jump in here. I sent him a link because I do have a couple questions for him. But he has yet to either see or look over on gun channels for the link. But oh well. So what are you guys talking about? What are we going to discuss tonight? I'm sure we'll come up with some kind of topic. We always do. Sarge, what you got on your plate?
Like I said, I'm doing a little research on these shotgun shells.
Hey, you're researching. You're researching during my show, man. Come on now. That is not copacetic.
You missed a good show on Saturday night. I mean, Sarge's show was on fire. Let me tell you now.
Well, what was the discussion about there?
I mean, it was literally
on fire.
Okay, I must have missed something. What happened?
Sarge.
We had it was Boomer's birthday Saturday, so I sent out some information, and everybody grabbed some cupcakes and candles and made a little sign on their individual, when we went on live, and then I introduced everybody real quick, or we started off, and as we started the show, everybody was set up to start lighting their stuff, and then I stopped, and we said it's Boomer's birthday, and everybody flipped their cameras on, and we had all the little birthday cakes and candles, and sang him a happy birthday, and Snob almost burned his shed down because he put 46 candles on a regular sized cupcake.
Had a ball of fire about 4 inches wide.
You know, some people don't need to be playing with matches. And apparently Gun Snob is one of those people.
Amazingly, he didn't eat that cupcake. I'm not real sure.
Well, I'm thinking it might have something to do with the candle wax that had built up on top of it.
I was smart enough to buy a number 4 and a number 6, so I only had 2 candles to light.
Wow. You know what? I'm feeling sorry for somebody out there. I'm going to send him a link.
I think you need to take away 2 wrenches so I could put somebody in timeout.
There's quite a few sorry people out there. So,
you already have a link or a wrench there, Sarge.
Do what?
You already have a wrench.
No. We need to take away Obnoxiouses and Midnights. I need to put them in timeout for a minute.
No. Let them go. let the boys play. Come on. Good Lord. Poor Midnight don't get enough free time. You know what I'm saying? He works 90 hours a week.
So while researching these shells, it appears they have 7.5, 8, and 9 shot in them. And the whole load is 5/8 of an ounce.
That ain't bad.
That's interesting.
What's the expected velocity on those?
I think that's the ones I got. Oh, well, maybe they make more than. Oh, no, I got the buckshot. What is that? Mini shell. Oh, that's the overview. I don't know what I have. The velocity is 1,200 feet per second. So that's a different one. I have the actual buckshot. This was another different one.
How in the world are they getting those things up to that velocity? How are they getting them that quick?
Shot size is 4. It says 4B, 1B. I don't know what that means. This is above my pay grade.
This is what?
Yeah, the actual. If you don't care, I'm going to screen share. You guys can see it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
See if someone can figure this out for me. What is that?
Let's see here.
It's the 12 gauge mini shell buckshot. These are the actual ones I have.
Mm-hmm.
And it says shot size 4B, the whatever 7P.
Number
1B.
4 buck and number 1 buck.
What is that? What it is?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you only got like 4 pellets in there, it's got to be number 1 buckshot.
What is that? How many are in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
7 pellets and 4
4
pellets. Okay, so the P is for pellets. 7 of the number 4 size and 4 of the number 1 size. Okay, that makes sense now. And it's 5/8 of an ounce. Okay. Yeah, these are the ones I got right there. The mini shell. I didn't realize they made 3 different kinds. I hadn't seen those right there.
They make slugs too, I think.
Yeah. I passed on the slugs for the first go round.
Mini slugs.
Yeah, I'll try those next.
Yeah, work your way up to them. You mean?
Yeah, I had to pick between the two. I was like, well, I'll try the buckshot to start with.
Well, just throw a Magnum slug in there and hold on to that bad boy. Let's see how it does.
I'm telling you, it will absolutely and positively rock you.
Speaking of rock.
Yeah, I remember the video you put out a while back about the shockwave in the trailer.
When we just started playing with it that day?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. I'm thinking with this, it's probably going to be pretty fun. You know, like you're going to want to shoot it more. Like I said, I've got some low recoil Winchester. That is an absolute blast to shoot out of it. Blast. Get it? But
No,
I think these are good. Pun intended.
No. When you start shooting them, make sure you got the video playing.
Yeah, I'm actually go do a little video with it tomorrow just to see.
Yeah, I might be doing some shooting tomorrow at work when I get off. I finally got the scope on the 1022, so I want to try to get it out there and get it signed in.
You got to search for that part for me at some point.
Hey, yeah. What was it you was looking for one more time?
I realize it may not be that it isn't the time to get it, but you never know. One might be stuck in the warehouse somewhere.
Christmas lower receiver.
Christmas lower receiver.
Dude, I'll try. I ain't making you no kind of promises.
No. I told you. Yeah, I told you what I'm going to do with it, right?
Yeah.
My cousin, I sent her a picture of it. They live in a gun-unfriendly state. I just sent him a picture of it just for the heck of it. And she's mentioned it to me like twice. I sent it to her like in November. And she's mentioned it twice. And then this week she's like, I think I want to buy that. She said, I want to buy that. And I want you to build me a rifle. I'm like, okay. And I'll keep it here for their side of the family. So when they come down here and shoot, they'll have it to shoot with. She's all excited about it. I'm like, well, now I got to actually see if I can find one, because that's the whole key to her even wanting it, is that it's the Christmas one, the Christmas story one. So, I mean, I'll find one. And if not, we'll build it out of a regular one. And
if I'm not mistaken, that was the one with the lamp shade, right? Or the leg lamp.
Oh, I don't know. I said, if I can't find one, or if nobody out there has one, I'll build one out of a regular lower, and then come Christmas time again next year, I'll build a different lower and swap it out for them.
Yeah.
Just be temporary.
That's easy enough to do, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just swap it later.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'll see if I can't locate you one and figure out a way to get it to you.
Well, I was just wondering. I was like, I need to call Ellis. I know if you look online, they don't have any, but you never know. They might have one in a warehouse. They might have one somewhere. He might be able to say, oh, yeah, well, we got a couple stuck back, if you talk to the right person. But it's just like a project. You know, if you happen to track one down, you track one down, and if you don't, it's okay. It'd be fun.
I'm still trying to get a hold of a no step on snack lower.
No, those are all going to be in order.
Yeah.
What? One of these?
Yes, one of those. I'm trying to get a hold of one of those. I can't find one right now, so I mean they just started doing another different lower on the website now, so
What is it?
I got it in the email today. What was it? What's the count? It's right now. It's the Reaper strip lower.
The Reaper?
Yeah. Here, let me screen share. That one.
Ooh.
Halloween 15.
Ooh, roll calls.
Halloween 15. That's got a good ring to it. I got to thinking I may just, like, when these things come out, just buy one and just put it up because you're eventually going to want it later.
It's too bad I missed the Poof Lane Gremlin one.
Yeah.
That one was hilarious. They did that just to troll that guy that was speaking ill of them on AR15.com.
And I realize $50 is a lot of money to spend and like another $9 shipping, but
on top of that, for some people, they also have to pay for transfer.
But so, later
that could be anywhere between $15 and $35 in most states.
And then later you're gonna wish you had it.
Yeah.
So I may have to order that just to have it.
It's just too bad they don't have these in the retail stores, because if they did, I'd just go down to the retail store and pick them up.
Well, you can order them online and have them delivered to the store.
Yeah.
Hey, if you do that,
on that,
if you go to the counter, do they charge you a transfer?
Probably not. If you order it from us, no, they do not.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, that's our lower, so you're not going to order anybody else.
If you had it shipped to another FFL, that's the only way they're going to make any money is the little transfer fee. But if you have it shipped from the warehouse to the store, they've already made the money as a company. So then you don't pay the transfer.
Okay, well then, Ellis, I hate to say this, but you might be seeing more of me.
So that makes sense.
I ain't seen the first of it. What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, I haven't seen you in a while. You know, you've been busy. I've been busy, so we haven't, hung out that much. Life happens.
Yeah, you know where I work.
Yeah, I do. You know where I live.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
Yeah, for now.
You're working on getting out of there, though, right?
Yep.
Are you moving?
I'm going to try to find a place closer to work.
How far away are you right now?
Ways.
20 miles.
I'd say about 30.
Nah, it ain't that far.
That adds up over the course of a year.
God, I've been doing a 30-mile commute for 25 years now. Every day.
Yeah. I want to get.
Gizzard, not everybody's as awesome as you.
And it's, and it's time. I just want to get a place of my own.
But you work at a Gizzard. You work at a plant, don't you?
Yeah.
But they've got everything you need there, kind of. That's like once you go in, they have a cafeteria. They have everything.
Yeah. Well, got cafeteria. I don't know much else.
Well, but, like when you work out of town, I don't know. People that work in town don't realize like you work out of town, and you forget your wallet. You got to make plans ahead of time, like for things like that. If you work in town, maybe I can run home at lunch, grab my wallet, or run home at lunch, grab a sandwich or something. But you work out of town and you forget your stuff. You're like, oh, crap. Now what am I going to do? So you got to make a little bit different planning.
Yeah, the only bad thing about having an in-house cafeteria is that's about your only choice.
Yeah, at least you'll get by.
Yeah, but how's the food? That's the important question.
Yeah, that is the important question.
It's cafeteria food.
So basically, you're saying it's extremely bland.
Depends on the day. Some of their stuff is pretty good. I mean, like chicken fried steak day, taco salad day. That's all pretty good stuff. Their pizza sucks. Hamburgers would be okay if they didn't pre-cook them on one side like 100 at a time.
Wow.
Serious to God, they do. They cook them all on one side and then put them in a pan. And then when you order them, they cook them on the other side, and that's it.
You need to read Midnight Range's comment.
Speaking of Midnight Range, he's got a link. You need to get his hind in here.
He is busy flipping waffles.
Oh, well.
He's busy making the what is it? The souffle.
He's just jealous.
I wonder how many of those he actually makes a day, and I wonder how many of them he eats before they actually get to the customer.
Well, you've seen he's a big guy, so I wouldn't doubt maybe a couple.
I don't think they'll mind if I take a bite of this one and that one.
Right. I mean,
and they call it food testing, making sure that it tastes correct.
and I'm not making fun of him being, a big guy. I'm a big guy too, so I'll be the first to admit that I'm a fat bastard.
You're just round.
You're a Scottish guy that eats midgets?
No, I'm just fat.
You're just round, Night Strike.
I could do to lose 100 pounds. I'll tell you
He's
that.
just short for his weight.
Let me explain something to you people about Night Strike. It's not that he's fat, okay? He's just under tall.
Yeah. His legs never grew into. Night Strike's legs never grew into his waistline. Is that what you're saying?
Thanks. My own family's giving it to me. Thanks.
He's at the perfect weight for 6'6".
With family like that, who needs enemies, right?
Yeah, the problem is, Gary, he's only 5'9".
He ain't even that.
Taller than that.
From what I heard, he's taller than Ghost. So
I am taller than Ghost and Clover, so don't give me that shit. And while Ghost and Clover is like, he's not that tall, they're saying that because they don't like to be the shortest guys in the room.
yeah, well, it's okay.
I mean, I don't blame him. I don't don't like being short either. But,
Well, you hear these tall guys talk about they don't like being that tall because it's a hassle. You hear the short guys on they don't like to be that short because it's a hassle. I'm 5'10 and a half, 5'11". Sometimes I wish I was, another 2 or 3 inches taller. And other times I wish I was about 1.5 inches, 2 inches shorter. So
it's that good in between height.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, like I said, sometimes you're a little bit too short for things, and sometimes you can't quite fit into things because you're a little bit too tall.
or too fat.
Well, see, my problem isn't being fat. My problem is, I can't move like I used to when I was, 20. I used to be able to get into places really easy. Now I can't do that no more.
Neither can I.
The back won't allow me to bend the way I used to, unfortunately.
You need to do some DDP yoga.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do.
Alice on yoga. I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, well, you just want to see me in yoga pants, you pervert.
Not at all. Not at all.
Kind of sick individual.
Where would you get overall yoga pants?
Yeah, where would you get denim yoga pants? That's what I want.
Denim overall yoga pants.
I'm sure somebody makes one.
What are those stretchy jeans? What are those?
Yeah, I was gonna say those. Remember those pajama bottom jeans that they used to sell online?
That's what he'll come out wearing.
Mhm.
Look like he's smuggling fruit.
Yeah.
It's not fruit.
It'd be more like me looking like Mankind, sweatpants, a raggedy T-shirt.
And a beard.
No, the original Mankind had a raggedy button-up shirt.
I
Oh
just,
well,
I just put my mini shell picture up on Instagram, on the Instagrams.
you are proud of those things, aren't you?
Well, I was tagging your show in it and everything because I said
Oh.
I took a picture as I was waiting for the link to come out.
Well, I appreciate that. That was awfully kind of you.
We're trying to do the cross promoting.
Speaking of cross promoting, we've got to come up with something for our show this month.
Yes, I gotta probably contact Bill after. I never did that.
I gave you the information.
I didn't say you didn't. I said I didn't contact him because I'm lazy about things.
Yeah.
Oh, we know that, Sarge.
Yes, I am taking full responsibility for this.
Oh, good. That's okay because I ain't contacted anybody at all.
Yeah.
So,
It shows.
I was thinking, maybe we could probably get some of the undercard guys. The guys that basically did the jobs on TBS on Saturday night.
Mike Jackson.
The Mulkey brothers.
I was gonna say, get the monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. The Mulkeys. We can handle that. Oh, are they still alive?
I don't know.
I'm sure they are.
Well, let's do an internet search here.
I gotta find.
Let's see. Let's do a quick internet search. Well, apparently they're rather famous for being the greatest jobbers of all time.
You don't get a break on these mini shows.
What company are you looking at?
I'm just doing a random search. I just found them through Target Sports. I'm looking to see something here.
Aguila makes some mini shot shells too.
That's what I'm looking up. Hold on. 16.9 times 20. Yeah. All right. If you buy one box from Target Sports, it's $17.99 for a box of 20, which is like $1 less than I paid today. If you buy a case, which is 25, you get it for $449.75 for a grand savings of 0 cents, $0. They charge you the exact same price. There's no case discount. I'm not buying $500 worth.
I mean, do you have a Gander outdoors near you?
No.
Because they sell them at Gander. Well, I know it's Gander, but again,
I mean, the local shop can get them, but I'm just wanting to see if maybe I'll like a quantity of them and save some money.
See, now I'm sneezing. I'm alert, you assholes. Anyway. Apparently they're still alive. I haven't seen anything about them passing away. But I also can't find any contact information for them. Let's see. I'll be dang. He is on Facebook. At least Randy is. And you guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves while I look this up.
So, Night Strike.
So, what's up?
I was looking at barrels today. We took a quick trip down to Greenville. Well, a buddy of mine wanted to go to Palmetto State Armory, so we went down there. And my whole plan was to look at a few things and then come back and order them and use your link. But A, they didn't have what I was looking for online, and B, they didn't have them in the store, so I was denied.
You can get something else. I'm pretty sure they have shot shells.
I did get some shot shells. I bought a good holster. Now that I did buy. I bought a I guess it'd be a level 1 Safariland with just the thumb brake. It's just like my duty holster, but it doesn't have the rotating hood. It just clicks in. It just has the thumb brake, and it's a concealment version. Which this is the first one of these I've gotten, but I've been wanting to get one. So I got one for the 226 with a light. It was normally $60. It was already marked down to 40. Then it was 25% off that, so I got it for $30. So I was happy to get a $60 holster for $30.
Yeah. I wish you could have used the gun tube link because the gun tube really needs that money.
I still got to buy an upper and a barrel for sure for this project from Palmetto. I have to buy those 2 items for sure.
There's some coding I need done for updates for GunTube, as well as getting that Hangout alternative working, because I have heard that Google may decide to get rid of Hangouts later this year.
How?
When they close down Google Plus.
But Hangouts is
that's
their most popular thing.
I know.
I don't think that can happen.
I honestly don't think they'll do it either, but just in case, I'm trying to come up with alternatives and something, figure out what to do in case they do that. So, I mean, yeah, it may just be me being paranoid and believing rumors, but again, I just, why I created GunTube. I created GunTube so that we had somewhere to go to that wouldn't tell us, oh, you can't post this content here.
Did you notice I got caught up on all my videos?
Yeah, I saw that. And, whether you link from, YouTube or some other online video platform and use that as an embedded link on GunTube, that's fine. I don't care. As long as your content gets on GunTube, that's all I care about. I don't care who it is. If Too Hottie wants to do a few videos and throw it up on GunTube, he's more than welcome to. If Midnight Range wants to put more cooking videos and have one of his guns in the background as he's cooking, that's cool too. I mean, I just want people to put good content and put content on GunTube. Now, granted, I say good as in Pro 2A. That's what I mean good. I don't mean, you have to, have a $10,000 budget every video you make. I just mean you have to have Pro 2A content. That's all I care about. And I created GunTube just so that we could, have a place to put our content and not worry about, some jackass corporate shill that's a libtard say, oh, I don't like that stuff. You can't put that on my platform. I don't like that shit. I apologize for, cursing a little bit, but that's why GunTube is there, So I want to try and figure out some way so that we have an alternative to Hangouts so that, we can just hang, be like we're doing right now and go live on GunTube as well. That's what my end goal is. But right now I'm looking at, I want to get, the Android app working. And I want to get the iOS app and some of the software. Some of the software needs coding updated, and I can't do that. I'm only working on the minimal stuff. So I was looking at possibly down the road doing either crowdfunding or some sort of thing where I can get the Hangout alternative squared away. I can get the software that I needed to be altered to work properly, fixed, and anything else like the Android apps, and I'd be good. Everything would be happy.
But an iPhone app.
So, but the app would be in there too. Again, it's just asking for the stuff, but not doing anything to help not helping put anything forward to it. It just doesn't appear magically. And I wish it did, because then I would have less to do. I could just get back and watch things go out, just run the course. But I can't.
I am sending Mr. Mulkey a message on Facebook. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a reply.
With any luck.
Huh. Well, I'm going to send a message and everybody say a prayer. Maybe we'll have a guest for our show this week, or this month.
Alexis has gone full crazy guy on the corner.
What has he done?
You don't see out in the YouTube chat?
Who knows?
Yeah, Midnight Range TM. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be associated with Benchmade. I'm tired of hearing about Benchmade. Fuck them. Let's boycott them and move the hell on, because I'm getting tired of hearing about them.
I'll just have you know that I looked at the Benchmade display today, and none of them were on sale, and my boycott continued.
Patriot, good night.
Well, I'll send him a message, ask if he'd be interested in coming on to the show at some point. We'll see what happens.
That'll be an interesting thing.
And no, we're not going to have a Benchmade conversation tonight or any of
No.
Please,
They have poor dog to death.
I am sick and tired of hearing about that shit.
The dead horse is so dead, even dead horse doesn't want to touch it.
We all know what happened. We all know what the end result was, and they did respond with a video, and I'm going to leave it right there. There's no reason to get into it any further on my show or anybody else's. It's it is what it is. There are more important things and topics to discuss than that. So, with that being said, let's talk about something else.
Okay. There was good news that came out of Raw tonight.
Oh,
Roman Reigns' leukemia was not as bad as they first thought. He's now in full remission, and he made his in-ring return today.
Okay.
really?
Yes.
How long was he out?
He's been out since early October.
Huh. So he's back to 100%, or
He's well enough to where he was cleared to start in-ring activity again.
well, good. Well, that was the second flare up he's had of that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the second time.
Jump.
They caught it when it was super early, so that when he started treatment, he responded to it really quickly.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that. What else is going on in WWF lately, or WWE?
They had Dave Bautista also made his return to the WWE tonight and beat up Ric Flair on his 70th birthday.
Really?
What?
To set up a match with Triple H at WrestleMania.
Who came in and beat him up?
Dave Bautista.
Oh,
Really?
that's fair.
Yeah. Well, it was a 50-year-old beating up a 70-year-old.
You got a 6'6" roided up guy out of his mind who is just a physical specimen against Flair, who's
Drax the Destroyer beating up an old guy. I mean,
he's the old man now. Still my hero, but he's the old man now.
How old is Batista?
He's probably 50, but
yeah,
he's a physical specimen.
Who beat Ric Flair?
Well, they didn't actually show him beating Ric Flair. They beating up Ric Flair. It was completely, totally insinuated because it was behind closed doors. But he just was dragging Flair out the trailer dressing room rather, by his ankle, and then he does this little rant, and Triple H comes running back to try, and then by the time Triple H got there, he was gone. So, but they're setting up a match between him and Triple H at WrestleMania.
It isn't Ric Flair a bit old to be getting involved in that in-depth sort of a deal? I mean, he's got to be, what, 70, 71 years old?
Yeah, they were. It was supposed to be his 70th birthday celebration tonight on Raw, and Batista ruined that by attacking him before he left his dressing room.
Man, it's hard to believe Ric Flair's that damn old, man.
I can believe it.
It seems like just yesterday to me that he was walking in the cage, looked with Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson and Ole into a War Games match with Dusty Rhodes and the Rover.
Well, you want to feel old? That when they were getting in the lead up to the birthday celebration, when they were saying about all the accolades and everything, they were bringing out Ricky Steamboat, and Michael Cole said that their feud started in 1977.
Pretty much.
Remember when that started?
I remember watching all the weekly shows leading up to the first Starrcade, Flair for the Gold.
Yeah.
When he was trying to win the title back from Harley Race.
Yep.
That was what, 83?
Yes. Yep. That's why they always called Starrcade the granddaddy of them all, because that was the biggest show in wrestling before WrestleMania.
And that's what and Flair was always the star of it, because he was kind of the inspiration for the first one. Hey, now, if I can't manage to go to NRA at the end of April, that puts something else back on the table.
What's that?
Jim Crockett Memorial Cup.
Yeah. They're doing that in NWA. NWA still does that every year.
No, that's not. They still do it. They're bringing it back.
According to what one of them was saying, that they've done this a few times over the years. The NWA has.
Yeah.
It's not a yearly thing, but they still do it periodically.
I never heard of it.
No, neither have I.
Well, how much have you heard about the NWA? Really?
Exactly.
That would have been something I'd have known about.
Apparently, Boob Sweat didn't know that Batista was a wrestler before he was an actor.
Who?
Boob Sweat didn't know that Batista
So was The Rock.
Was a wrestler before he was an actor.
So was The Rock, yes.
And before he was a wrestler, Batista was one of those bodybuilders that didn't do the steroid stuff or something. Along those
And he
lines.
may just be naturally big. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
guy
that guy is.
He's always been a big guy. He got bigger when he started wrestling, but he was always a big guy.
That's. I mean, we all know the difference.
Yeah.
Maybe enhanced. How about that? He's taking good vitamins.
Yeah,
and
really good.
There are several other wrestlers that tried to make forays into movie making.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Unsuccessfully, I might add. He made, 3 different movies, and they all sucked?
Hogan's best movie was Rocky 3.
Yeah, probably.
Thunderlips.
Yeah.
Roddy Piper, he made a few movies. He made one called, what was it, Tag Team?
I don't know. But They Live was the pinnacle.
Yeah, They Live was the best movie he ever made. The worst movie he ever made was Hell Goes to Frogtown. I don't know how many of you ever seen that, but it's god-awful.
Happened to miss that one.
Even though that was a bad movie, it's still entertaining to watch.
Wasn't Piper in some vampire movie or something, too?
Not as far as I know. That's an interesting piece of trivia.
There was one of those wrestlers from that area was in some vampire movie. I thought it was Piper.
I know Lou Albano was in a movie like that once.
There's some wrestlers that made pretty successful ventures into movie making, like David Arquette.
Oh yeah,
George Animal Steel. George Animal Steel played a wrestler who turned into an actor in Ed Wood.
Let's see. Andre the Giant went into acting there for a couple of times. The Iron Sheiks made appearances in movies.
Fezzi, one of the greatest characters ever. From the Princess Bride.
Yep.
That is such an underrated movie. Some people love it, and other people just don't understand it.
And most of the people who don't understand it wasn't raised in that era.
They just don't get it. I try to get my kids to watch it. They just don't understand it. I'm like, this movie's fantastic.
Okay, apparently Piper was in a movie called Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
I never heard of that.
That came out in 2014.
Straight to DVD.
Oh, had to be.
Yeah. 2014. When did he die?
2015.
A year later. Huh.
That was one of the pictures that they showed after he died was him. And it was him. He was looking really rough and everything, but he was on the set of that movie that they were making. Piper. He was kind of in character.
Remember, he was in a couple other movies that were released in 2016, but that's only because he had been in them before, and he had recorded that before he died,
which is much easier than after.
Well, obviously, you can't be in a movie after you die.
And Ric Flair was actually in a movie once.
Oh my God, he was?
Yes. He didn't do any acting as, quote unquote. He was basically just filmed sitting in the audience and they got a mention. Ric Flair is here. It was I think it was a movie called Tag Team. That had Roddy Piper in it and somebody else. Can't remember who his tag team partner was. Let's see. There's been so many, man.
You ever see the movie Body Slam?
Yes.
Not Ric Flair, but Roddy Piper was in that movie too.
I got to mention in the chat, Too Hottie says that when it comes to wrestlers, it's Scotty Too Hottie for the win. I'm going to say Scotty Too Hottie had one of the best entrances ever.
Yeah.
The way he would come down the ramp sideways, it was just so funny and got everybody into it. So, yeah. Why did they get kicked out of the WWE? Did he have
probably a beef with McMahon?
I mean, because I thought they did well.
Huh.
I'm doing another internet search looking for professional wrestlers in movies.
Check this out. Roddy Piper was also in the Highlander TV series.
Yes, I know.
I did not know that. I did not.
Yes, he was.
I watched the Highlander movie. No problem. The Highlander show, I never watched.
Oh, come on. The show was great.
I watched the movie several times.
They're supposed to be remaking that. It's supposed to be out sometime next year.
Oh, God. I hope they don't. Because Hollywood doesn't know how to make actual movies anymore. It's just, let's throw all the social justice warrior shit in a movie and see how well that goes. Instead of actually making a good damn movie.
It's kind of hard to get to social justice warrior-y and something like that. But I'm sure they can find a way.
Okay, you say that, but look what they did to Ghostbusters.
Yeah, well, think about this, though. If they stick to the narrative of Highlander, you've got a guy that was born 700 years ago.
Creeping around for 1,000 years.
Yeah. Who was...
I really think a handwriting expert's going to come to this conclusion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, at that point in time, there was no such thing as social justice warriors. In fact, the only justice in the world is what the king said there was, and
Okay, it wasn't a vampire movie. It was a demon movie that he was in. Costa Chica: Confession of an Exorcist. That's what I was thinking of.
never heard of that one either.
Yeah, that came out in 2006. Yeah, 2006.
Hmm. Oh, that's just weird. But there's, most wrestlers who go into movies find out really quickly that they suck, and they don't do it often. The Miz was in a movie that I saw once.
The Miz has been in a few movies. Most of them, the
God,
Marine sequels.
and they suck. God,
Yeah.
they're awful.
John Cena wasn't bad in what's that movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell?
I don't know. He played
Daddy's Home.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
Daddy's Home.
Have you
He was
seen
in the
movie,
second one.
Have you seen the movie The Wall that he's in?
No.
That's actually a very good movie. But his part in it's weird because all he does for most of the movie is just lay in one spot. It's about a Marine Corps sniper in I think it's Afghanistan, and they're out hunting for a lost group of soldiers, and they find them when they walk down to investigate because they're all dead. And the sniper that killed all of them shoots Cena. Cena goes down, but he ain't dead. So his partner trying to find out where the shot come from that took him down. Then he gets trapped behind a wall, and the whole movie is basically this guy trying to keep the sniper from killing him. It's a very intense movie. It's pretty good. But like I said, his role in it is pretty much just laying in one spot and grunting through the whole movie.
Apparently, Piper had movies come out even after he died that he was in. There's there's 1, 2, 3, 4 movies that are listed as 2016 that he was in.
Hmm. Well, I didn't know any of that. So you taught me something tonight. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call this one done. We've been going for just about an hour, and I know the Daily Gun Show's up and running. And we're stepping on G Webb's toes again, and I don't like doing that. So we're going to call it quits for the night. Y'all take care. Have a good night. I'm going to run it through the panel. We're going to start with Sarge. Sarge, what you got, man?
Nothing. I ended up my schedule changed a little bit. I got tomorrow off, and I'm going to. I'm probably gonna do something with these mini shells. So I'm definitely gonna get some stuff done tomorrow. I'm all excited. I'm gonna try out my new gimbal and do a little bit of filming tomorrow.
Cool deal, man. Sounds like you have a whole day planned.
Yep.
Rick, what you got going on, brother?
The usual. Got the show Sunday, but here's the poster for that one movie, the Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. It had Roddy Piper, Matt Hardy, Shane Douglas, Kurt Angle, and Jim Duggan in it. Yeah, never heard of it though, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that one up and watch it. It probably sucks, but you know.
Yeah, it probably does. Be my guess.
Yep, low budget as hell.
Yeah, some of those zombies look like they could have been pro wrestlers too. If you look at them, and they're at the bottom of this poster here.
Yeah.
That might have been something done by TNA or something, because that would have been during that era. Yeah.
Night Strike, what you got, buddy?
Not much. We just got Hit or Miss every Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. And check out gumtube.org.
And keep us informed about what you got going on with the updates to GunTube. If you're planning on putting out some kind of platform to take the place of Hangouts, if it goes down, then
I will. I'm working on it. It's just I need more funding than what I've got, and unfortunately, there's nothing else I can do right now at this point.
we hope to get this far. We hope to get the rest of the way.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Gary, my buddy, my friend, my pal, what's going on?
Man, I tell you what, it's just hopping here. Hopping with the outlaw. Anyway, gizzardgary.com is my website, and my show is Foul Territory every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Be there or be square. Check out GunTube, Gunstreamer, gun channels, gun websites, gear websites, AlanAnchor.com, and all those cool places. Like, share, and subscribe to everybody on the panel, and especially the Outlaw Hatfield. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks for coming, buddy. Hey, guys, listen up. We'll be back here next week, hopefully. All things goes according to plan. Sometimes plans goes awry, but we are definitely going to try to be here next week. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all have fun. Take care. Have a good night. God bless, and stay safe.
Shut up, you infringed.
Bye-bye.
See you on the range.